I've got motor neurone disease. Right. What's that? It's a neurological illness. It's terminal. Terminal?
What if the greatest performance came at the very moment your body was failing you? At just 35 years old, Michael Campbell, an actor many now call legendary, did the unthinkable. Confined to a wheelchair, battling a terminal disease, he delivered a performance so powerful, it shook the entire UK theatre scene. He didn't just play Richard III, he became him. But just as the world began to recognize his brilliance, his life was quietly slipping away. This is the story of talent, courage, pain, and a final act that no one will ever forget. Welcome back to Stargist Africa, where we bring you the most powerful stories in entertainment, human resilience, and global headlines that matter. If you love deep, emotional, and inspiring stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Michael Campbell, also known as Michael Patrick, wasn't just another actor chasing fame. He was a passionate storyteller, a man deeply committed to the craft of acting. From a young age, Michael showed a natural ability to command attention on stage. Whether in small theater productions or large dramatic roles, he had something rare: presence. People who worked with him described him as intense, focused, and deeply emotional in his performances. But like many actors, his journey wasn't easy. The spotlight didn't come overnight. There were struggles, auditions that went nowhere, and moments of doubt. Yet, through it all, Michael kept pushing, driven by one thing: his love for the stage. In February 2023, Michael received news that would change his life forever. He was diagnosed of Motor Neurone Disease, a terminal illness, a condition that gradually destroys the nerves responsible for movement, leaving patients trapped in their own bodies. For many, this diagnosis would mark the end of a career. For Michael, it became the beginning of something unforgettable. As his body weakened, his determination only grew stronger. Instead of stepping away from acting, he made a bold decision. He would continue, no matter what it cost him. Then came the role that would define his legacy: Richard II, a complex, physically impaired Shakespearean character, often portrayed with a hunched back or visible disability. But Michael brought something different, something real. Performance from a wheelchair, he didn't just act the part, he lived it. Every line carried weight. Every moment, limited as it was, felt intentional and powerful. Audience were stunned. Critics were speechless. This wasn't just acting. This was raw truth on stage. And then came the moment that sealed his place in history. He won one of the UK's biggest drama awards. At a time when his body was failing, his talent was rising to its peak. But behind the applause, behind the standing ovations, Michael was fighting a silent battle. Motor Neurone Disease doesn't stop. It progresses, slowly taking away movement, speech, and independence. And yet, even as his condition worsened, Michael remained a symbol of strength. On Tuesday, at the North Ireland Hospice, he passed away at the age of 35. Gone too soon, but not forgotten. Tributes began pouring in immediately from fans, fellow actors, and theatre communities across UK and beyond. Many called his performance legendary. Others said he redefined what it means to be an actor. But perhaps the most powerful tribute of all was the silence that followed the news. Because sometimes words aren't just enough. Michael Campbell's story isn't just about death. It's about courage. It's about refusing to let circumstances define your limits. In a world where many quit when things get tough, He stood firm even when his own body was working against him. He showed us that greatness isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. His portrayal of Richard III will be remembered not just as a performance, but as a moment in history where art and reality collided in the most powerful way possible. Michael Campbell lived only 35 years, but what he achieved in the time will echo for generations. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember this story. A man who stood tall even when he couldn't stand at all. If this story touched you, let me know in the comments. What did you learn from Michael Campbell's journey? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Star Gist Africa for more powerful stories like this. Until next time, stay inspired, and I'll see you in our next video.
No rumors, just facts, yeah, we keep it real. Every headline we drop, you go feel I'm for real. Breaking news, viral vibes, we there everywhere. If it's hot in the streets, best believe